Today's podcast was sponsored by iTunes. Go to CheapSeatReviews.com and click on our iTunes banner and purchase anything you want, any movie, song, the soundtrack to this great movie, or anything else, and a portion of that purchase will go directly to our podcast.
The Battle of Chicago was an event that permanently changed our world.
1,300 dead.
Much of the city has been destroyed.
Homeland Security is urging everyone to report suspicious alien activity.
A swift act of Congress put an end to all joint operations between the military and the Autobots, ending the alliance.
As this committee knows, the invasion of Chicago was a defining day for our nation 5 years ago.
The day millions of people realized that never again can we allow aliens to fight our battles for us.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is CheapSeat Reviews.
Well, hello, and thank you for listening to Cheap Seat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 78.
And this was not the greater good.
No. Well, this movie might
Hold on. Sorry, I jumped.
This movie was wicked smart.
Well, what we do is that we watch the movie for the greater good, so we can tell you
never to watch this movie.
To not watch this. I actually
Stupid book.
I actually have a funny little side story to this, but so 78 episode. This is episode 78, and today we are talking about Transformers: Age of Extinction.
More than meets the eye.
I am. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Corny's doing things and he's freaking me out. Okay, sorry. I am Sean Hart, and joining me tonight...
And easily distracted, apparently.
Yeah, I know. I am Sean Hart, and joining me tonight is Chad Lucky Charms Evans.
Oh, I was really thinking tire to the face. That's what I was expecting.
Or football to the face was...
or football to the face.
Yeah, that was actually going to be what I got for you, but then I thought, that's too on the nose.
I see what you did.
So I went with the racist joke instead.
Oh.
Cornelius, your shorts are getting shorter by the second, Logan.
They are actually. Actually, I'm not even wearing shorts right now. I'm ass naked.
That's unfortunate. They just... Okay.
You just got sucked up in there.
And Sam, Hong Kong is the Detroit of China vector.
Yes, and apparently Michael Bay has something against Chicago. A personal vendetta against Chicago because he keeps destroying the poor city.
Well, not only that, but that joke make reference to the fact that that Hong Kong set was actually filmed in Detroit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's a two-part joke. One, the fact that they destroy the hell out of Hong Kong, and two, that's where they physically filmed it.
Nice. So they blew it all to hell in Detroit.
Yeah, exactly. So it's still...
And nobody noticed.
Yeah, it's still...
That's why the cars and the pedestrians are still walking around like nothing's going on.
So we can't call it Asian
It's Detroit.
Yeah, it's Asian Detroit, yeah.
So it's Detroit, Asian Detroit.
Yeah. So pull up a comfy chair that hopefully won't transform into something and bite you, and let's dive into this movie. So
we promise we're not going to be 2 hours and 45 minutes tonight.
Yes, that will definitely...
We will do our best.
Well,
not to be 2 hours.
I can guarantee that's not going to happen.
I will go home.
Right? Yeah, I'm cutting the machine off at like an hour and a half. So anyway, maybe not. Who knows? We might just have that much to talk about. No, so Chet or Sam, what you mentioned, or whatever the joke was, is like, we're not for the greater good. There was a local, I think he was local, maybe not local, but he's a critic. He's a local film critic, and he went and saw that movie. Shoot. Trainwreck?
Who's in it?
I think it was Trainwreck. It's that Bradley Cooper thing.
With Amy Schumer?
Is that guy from Saturday Night Live?
No, yeah, not Bradley Cooper. It was Trainwreck with Amy Schumer, right?
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Yes.
Anyway, he hated it so much that he actually got up and left 35 minutes into the movie. I think that's the movie. I could be wrong. Anyway, doesn't matter. The point is that he wrote an article saying that the only reason why I'm writing a review is because the last time I saw a movie and didn't like it, I didn't write a review, and everyone mailed me saying you have to at least write a review on the bad movies so we know not to go see it. So, we are taking upon it. We are taking the mantle. The four of us have taken the mantle upon ourselves and said, you know what? We watch bad movies, and that's okay. You know, we watch a lot of bad movies, and that's okay sometimes. And sometimes that can be downright fun. But not today.
This is not that movie.
This is not that movie. I am here to say that is not the case. I mean, StarCraft is a piece of shit. I always go back to that as kind of like the basis of shit films. But I think the four of us had a good time watching it. Yeah. I think I can firmly say this. I say this.
Preach.
I say this with a closed fist. That
he does actually.
That it would not have mattered if the four of us were in the room together. We would not have enjoyed this movie. No. I confirm. I actually think that if the four of us were together, we would have actually gotten madder.
I think so.
Absolutely. Something would have been thrown at the screen by the time it was done.
Agreed.
Which is probably a good reason
probably
why we
poo.
Yeah.
Chad gets pretty angry.
Yeah.
So there. So before we get any deeper into the shithole that we're gonna dig here, because that's pretty much I feel like all we're gonna do is just kind of throw some shit on this thing. Unfortunately, Catherine, in her whatever, is unable to record this week for me, and Angry Scotsman lost his recording gear, and by lost I mean he lent it to somebody for some reason. Maybe that other person is making
he bartered it for some more scotch.
Probably some more, yeah.
I was gonna say some other nightmarish Scotsman is creating horrific children's books or something.
Oh.
So we have a super special guest here to read the intro. It is none other than, this is really bad, I apologize, none other than Optimus Prime.
Mankind is still an endangered species. A new age of villains calls for old school heroes, both real and robot.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's actually kind of cool. I won't lie.
Yeah. Thank you, Corny's phone. Optimus Prime. Well, technically it was.
Man, you might as well have just told me there was midi-chlorians in the Force.
Technically,
there
his phone is an Android.
Oh.
Man, look at that. Breaking the fourth wall.
Android sucks.
So
go Team Apple.
So this movie, the Transfomers,
for at least 2 years, and then you won't have and the phone will be just a giant brick.
Or you just buy another one.
Just buy another one.
I only took about 11 notes for this movie because, frankly, there wasn't much to talk about.
Did you snap your pencil? Because I felt like snapping things.
So before I get into my show notes and things and whatever, we're gonna do we're gonna stay on script. Whether the movie did or not, we are gonna stick to a plan. Chad.
Hi.
We all said last week, right? This is the first time all of us have seen this movie, right?
Yes.
All right, so we can get that right, Chad.
Actually, I had seen this before.
Really?
Oh, we're so sorry, man.
Did you watch this one by accident because you thought it was supposed to be something else?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I really liked Arnold Schwarzenegger in this one.
Nice.
No, the little red eye, and it just kind of zones out, and
yeah,
I
yeah, but
I'll get a little choked up, and that happens. I mean, he's the title character, and I mean, who doesn't pull for the Terminator?
You sound like Barney from How I Met Your Mother. He's the only guy who pulls for Billy Zabka as the Karate Kid.
He was the Karate Kid.
He was the only one that actually knew karate. And that stupid Ralph Macchio with his illegal kick to the face wins the tournament. Yeah. No, sorry. Go ahead, Chad.
So, yeah, Terminator. Awesome movie. This one, Transformers, not so much. I honestly had to force myself to stay focused on the movie, to be completely honest, and I would rather type email and grade papers than than watch this movie. It was just, I had to force myself, literally force myself to care about the characters in this movie. I cared more for that dog, that cyborgish dog, than I did any other characters.
Where's the
except Optimus Prime?
The cyborgish dog.
Like the little robot dog.
Oh, you mean the dog at the beginning of the movie that's like, I'm going to call 911?
Do it.
Yeah. That was the most interesting character, I thought. I thought that I needed more of that.
I am going to defend two people in this movie, but go ahead.
And the dog thing. I mean, we'll get back to that. The dog.
Yeah.
And but let's see what else. I like the fact that is things blew up for no apparent reason.
That's true.
Explodium.
That was nice.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, well, at least there was no it wasn't like 90s Explodium where like a bullet touches a car and it explodes.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, at least for everything blew up in this movie, but I think it had kind of a reason to, but not really either. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right. But overall, really shitty film.
Cheers.
Cheers. Sorry.
Way too long. Way too long to see dinosaurs. I mean, really.
I'll only be there for maybe 10 minutes.
But how cool were they? I mean, last 20 minutes of the film, it had my attention. I was right there. It was awesome. They really could have split this into like 3 movies. Sam and I were talking about this earlier, and there were so many parts where they could just say, you know what, we're gonna stop right here and have a part 2, or maybe even a part 3. Don't really know. Don't really care, because no one else seemed to care about this movie, in my opinion.
No. Yeah. Corny.
This movie was shit. That's it. That's all I gotta say. There's movie's pure T shit. I was mad watching this movie. I had to be forced to watch this movie, and by forced I mean I tried to go to sleep and just pretend that I watched the rest of it, just make up what I saw. I was poked in the face to turn around and, you need to finish your movie. I don't wanna do it. If you're gonna make a movie that takes things from my childhood to force me to have nostalgia, don't coat it with thumbtacks and then shove it down my throat. I cannot hate this movie enough. Yeah, all right, there. That's it. That's about it.
Right.
I agree. I couldn't agree 100%.
Sam?
More than 100%.
I've got a little list here of reasons why this movie sucks.
Okay.
All
Reason
right.
1.
Actually, I'm going to start at 10. We're going to go down.
Oh, this is like a top 10? Oh, if I'd have known
like a
that,
top.
I would have prepared like a Letterman top 10 kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's my number 10. And Chad hit on this, is that this darn movie is about an hour too long, if not about 2 hours and 45 minutes too long.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's just too long. I don't want to. If it was a good movie, I'd sure. We were talking at dinner tonight. Wolf of Wall Street is longer than this movie, but I enjoyed watching that movie.
It's a great film, an absolutely great film.
Yeah, this movie I had to split up into 3 different parts just to bear it, just to get through this thing. So it is definitely it's an hour or hour and a half too long. Number 9.
Okay. I wish I had some music for this. This is great.
Number 9, the hilariously bad dialogue. How horrible the writing on this film is. It is absolutely horrendous. From storytelling to in-jokes. I don't even know what they were trying to do sometimes. I think there was one point in the movie where Marky Mark, it's the very end when they were lifting metal things up, right? Someone says, "Oh, it's a magnet." And Marky Mark says, "Oh, it's picking things up and putting them down." Yeah. And I'm like, or it's picking metal things up. I'm like, really? Did you really just have to explain what a magnet does after they said it was a magnet?
Thank you, robotics professor.
Oh my god. And this one's going to sound a little weird because this movie was full of action, but the action to me wasn't. I mean, it was a lot more cohesive than the first movie. Let's give them that at least. You could tell who was who from the colors and things like that. But I was never real big, the third movie I thought had better action set pieces. This movie seemed like Michael Bay had a bunch of ideas in his mind, and some of them are pretty good, but I swear the guy can't write a movie or have people around him who can write a good action piece. Like Chad mentioned, and Corny, I'm sure, feels the same way, you care nothing about these characters. Absolutely nothing. And it pissed me off that they killed the most interesting one in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
The brother. If he would have been through there the whole movie, it might have been kind of fun.
He wasn't a brother. He worked for Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Marky Mark.
He will refer to as Marky Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kid that died, he spoiler. TJ Lang or something?
Hooker.
He voices Really? Is that his name?
No. That was an old TV show.
TJ Hooker. Oh yeah, dumbass. What is his name?
Yo,
Lucas. TJ Miller is his name. Sorry.
Okay.
He voices one of the twins, Sam, from How to Train Your Dragon. Rough Nut and
yeah,
whatever. Rough Nut and Tough Nut. He's the man, the boy, obviously, and then Kristen Wiig is the girl, and then he also voices Fred from Big Hero 6.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. I enjoyed that character, and that was the only time I felt like, they're gonna kill him off this early. Yeah. So,
I almost turned the movie off right then.
I'm number 7.
He's in Deadpool. Sorry.
Oh.
Number 7, made up shit.
Transformium.
The Transformium is stupid. It is ultimately stupid. It defies physics. It defies gravity. It defies logic of how it works, and it is probably one of the stupidest movie inventions ever.
You know what it is, right? It's the midi-chlorians of Star Wars.
That's exactly right.
Like, you don't have to explain how Transformers transform. I don't care. It doesn't matter.
The robots from another damn planet. That's all that matters.
It's all that matters. And, they can somehow heal and whatever, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's and to explain it like that is just, I
mapped the genome of your whatever.
Yeah, I own your genome, so I own you. No, you don't. Number 6, let's do the product placements, folks. Name how many companies you saw.
Oh my god!
Bud Light.
I know there was a Victoria's Secret bus.
Yep. Yeah, they got blown up.
I saw a Subway, I believe.
Blown up.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Bud Light where he actually picked one up and drank it and threatened that poor cabbie for some reason.
Then blew up.
And the bottle blew up. Obviously, Chevy is always going to be the hero.
Yep.
The hero cars are always going to be Chevy. You had a lot of Porsches.
Yep.
That Lambo, I think.
Red Bull, because the guy says it by name. Just got sponsored by Red Bull, because I'm a douche.
So these folks probably made their money back just by product placement advertising expenses.
No.
I'm not sure if there's anything. I didn't look up anything in the
I didn't either. There's
trivia.
There's nothing in it about that particular type of thing. God, this movie made money.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
And that's the sad part.
No.
It made so much money, they're coming out with a 5th one.
Son of a bitch.
So before, it's not because of the money, though it is partly, but the point of this movie was to create another trilogy. That was the point.
Yeah.
Like the 4th Pirates of the Caribbean was supposed to kickstart another 3 Pirates of the Caribbean, but it didn't do very well. Well, this one made a lot of money. So this one made $250 million.
Yep. All right, so I'm down to number 5. I have to say, he humiliates the actors in the movie. There's some decent decent actors in this thing. I'll give Mark Wahlberg, his due that he's been in some pretty good movies. If you've seen The Fighter, you see a different side. He's pretty good in that. But the one that it does the worst to is the Stanley Tucci.
Yeah.
And he is a cartoon character.
He is a cartoon.
And he's supposed to be Steve Jobs of this movie?
Well, no. I looked at him more as the Tony Stark.
Okay.
He's Tony Stark. He creates a horrible thing, weapons, a.k.a. Tony Stark, and then has a revelation, right? He has some kind of thought-provoking moment, whatever, existential moment, where he realizes that what he's done is bad. And now
But did he really?
Well, yeah.
I think it just came down to the fact that they were trying to kill him.
Well, yeah, but he realized that once his inventions became not omniscient, what's the word? Sentient.
Sentient.
Yeah, and he realized that he had screwed up and made these horrible things that are now going to try to kill everyone, not just him, but destroy everyone. That's when he has his moment. To me, Stanley Tucci actually is the most important and interesting character of the movie. And personally, I think Stanley Tucci realized what he was getting into and was like, you know what? The hell with it. I'm just going to have some weird lines, and I'm just going to... I think he was having more fun than anyone else on set. And personally...
Because he probably knew from having actual good scripts before how bad this one was.
Yeah, I mean, Stanley Tucci... Now, we've done 2 bad films with Stanley Tucci in it, which I feel bad for him that... or for our audience.
We're showcasing those, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like even like movies like The Devil Wears Prada, like he's great in, and other movies like that, like he's actually a genuinely good actor, and I think that Michael Bay was like, hey, we need to put some good in this movie. You know, the last 3 movies we've had Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox,
genuine cannibal Shia LaBeouf,
right? Whereas, you know what, we're gonna get Mark Wahlberg and Oscar nominee Stanley Tucci and Kelsey Grammer. Like we're gonna get like actual name actors, and then we're gonna get this weird kid from Ireland. But
maybe. I still don't know if his accent stuck with him the entire movie.
I don't know either.
I didn't know he was Irish until they started calling him Lucky Charms.
He's from Dublin, so.
Oh, in that case, I feel
in that photo. Look at if you go to his IMDb photo, he looks like freaking Chris Pratt.
Wow, maybe that's what he's
known
for.
Look like Chris Pratt?
I'll be damned.
That's weird.
All right, I'm on number 4.
Oh, you're still going. Okay.
Yeah, number 4. I have to say, it's not the message. It's how can I say it? I wrote it down as the message, but I don't think that's what I meant. Tone is what I meant. Is this a kid movie or is this an adult movie?
Yeah.
And between the swearing and some adult content...
You mean the F-bomb that's dropped? That I may or may not have captured?
What the heck? Transformers, we all grew up in the 80s with them, right?
Yeah.
It was a kid show.
Yeah.
And wow. It just blew my mind that stuff like that was happening. The tone... so where am I? Number 3?
Yep.
Optimus Prime is not Optimus Prime in this movie.
No, he's not.
No.
Something is wrong with his circuits because Optimus Prime, in my mind, going back to the 80s, and remember, I am the only one here who I believe survived the entire 80s, right?
Correct.
Yeah. He was like the Superman of the Transformers. Do no harm to humans.
Yeah.
And yet... In his first
he straight up shoots the dude.
Yeah, and in his first few lines in this movie, he's like, I'm going to kill all of you.
Yeah.
And that's not Optimus Prime to me.
The guy who voices Optimus Prime,
Peter
Weller, has been doing Peter.
I thought it was Welland, actually.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's not Peter Weller. Peter Weller is that guy from Star Trek.
I thought that was RoboCop.
Peter Cullen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the same guy. It's the same actor.
Okay.
Peter Cullen is the same. Frank Welker is Galvatron. Okay, sorry. Peter Cullen has been doing Optimus Prime since
forever.
Yeah, since its inception, since the cartoon. He was in the Ghostbusters cartoon. That's great. But anyway, he was in the if you go to I'm looking at his IMDb and wow, holy cow, he's done a lot of work. Holy smokes. He did Spider-Man the TV show in 1981 and 82.
Oh, That was a terrible show.
A bunch of Spider-Man. Anyway, my point is that like he's been doing. He was in Voltron. That's awesome. He was the narrator.
Nice.
Anyway, so he did the Transformers movie, Transformers the movie, Optimus Prime, and Ironhide. And then, like, every series, the Transformers the series from 84 to 87. My point is that, if I have a point, is that I kind of feel like he has enough, I don't know.
Say?
Yeah, to go.
You should be able to say, no, I'm not going to say I'm going to kill somebody.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
He should understand his character enough to be able to say, this isn't working. Folks.
Optimus Prime is not going to do this. And there are accounts in Hollywood of actors doing that and saying that. You know, director says, you need to do this, and goes, this character wouldn't do that. You know, the only one that's coming to my mind is, you remember how we watched Silence of the Lambs? Well, the next movie, Hannibal, right? Lecter, Hannibal?
Yeah.
Whatever the second one is called.
Yeah. Hannibal.
The next one.
The first one was Red Dragon, or the prequel to
Yeah.
Right.
What I mean by the second, you know what I'm talking about, the next one. Not the one with... anyway, it didn't have Jodie Foster in it. It had... What's her beak?
Lost World Girl.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody know what I'm talking
Bryce
about?
Dallas Howard?
No.
Red Hair.
World. Not Jurassic World. Damn it.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Joe Pesci.
This guy was Mogwai in Gremlins.
Julianne Moore.
Optimus Prime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Julianne Moore does it, right? And the
Julianne Moore, there you go.
The reason is when Jodie Foster got the script, there's a scene. Have you all seen Hannibal? Everybody seen the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a scene where Hannibal cuts open
Dude Man's head.
Yeah, Dude Man's head, and he's eating it, and he offers her some, and the script, she eats it.
Ugh.
And Jodie Foster's like, Clarice would never do that. And the director's like, but this is what we're going to have her do. And that's when Jodie Foster said, deuces, I'm out. Get somebody else. So, like, It has happened before where an actor or an actress said, hey, that's not what my character would do, and whatever. So I know maybe Peter Cullen's just like, I'm just a voice actor, but I think at some point he should have stood up to Megatron, to Michael Bay.
Michaeltron.
And said, hey, Optimus Prime is like, he's like teenage angst in this movie. What the hell? Oh, I'm not going to help the humans anymore because they're mean, and they said mean things, and I'm going to make them prove themselves. No! You're Optimus Prime. Your job is to protect life.
You've died 30 times. Come on now.
Right, yeah, come on. All right, Sam, you're like at number 3 or 2, right?
I think maybe 2. I've got 2 here. I've got Michael. Who's the writer of this movie? Do we know?
Yeah,
I keep blaming Michael Bay, but
Aaron Kruger.
Kruger.
I want him found. I want him dismembered today.
Mr. Nightmare on Elm Street himself. He doesn't know how to write women. He doesn't know how to write jokes. He doesn't know how to write.
Period.
I swear there were so many lazy writing mistakes / takes in this film that I just don't understand how it made it to a final cut. There's just so many stupid lines. I don't know if you caught any of them, Opie, or taped any of it, but there are so many eyes rolling, wanting to throw my iPad through the window lines in this thing that I just...
I don't know if I captured all of the ones, but I captured some.
The magnet one was basically the one that put me over the edge. I literally almost rage quit and wasn't going to watch the rest of the
Well, for what it's worth for this guy, I'm going to give him some credit. He has written... he wrote Arlington Road, which I think is actually a genuinely good film. And if you want to have a movie that gives
the Shawshank guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim Robbins is in it.
Tim Robbins,
and Jeff Bridges, and that ending will kind of screw you up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he did Scream 3, and then he did Reindeer Games, and then he did The Ring, and then The Ring 2, and then The Brothers Grimm. And then he did the second, the third, and the fourth Transformers movies.
Oh, he's getting worse.
He did a couple other things in there. So he's done...
So he's the one that brought us the racist robots.
No. That was the first guy.
That was the second one.
No, that was the second one. The super.
Super, in the pyramid that's behind the White House.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
no,
right.
It was the pyramids. They were definitely in Egypt because they say they're going to Egypt, but like they're in D.C. and they walk out the back door, and then they're in the airplane graveyard. It's near Phoenix, Arizona.
He did that a few times in this movie too. I didn't write it down because I give him the benefit of the doubt that he's an idiot. But there's one scene in the very first part of the movie where the two Optimus and the other bad robot are driving down the highway. You see them like pass each other on an overpass, and the next thing you see is them fighting.
Yeah,
there's no in between.
There was it was strange because like they're just driving, which I'm laughing my ass off going, there's no way that semi is keeping up with that Porsche, but whatever. And then the next thing you know, it's like little Irish whatever comes around in his little Chevy, and then they're like on a roof fighting each other. Like, wait, how did you get here?
Yeah.
It was so disjointed. There was a lot of that. Are you done?
And my number one reason why this movie really, really sucks, last one, I promise.
That's fine.
Number one, not enough Dinobots. Where in the heck did these Dinobots have to stay? Why did they have to stay gone for so long? They pumped up this movie as a Dinobot Transformer movie.
Yeah, they did.
All of the advertisements was like, come see Dinobots. Come see Optimus Prime. Ride the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Come see, crazy Dinobot action. And we only get to see it for maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah.
And and the whole, where did they come from? Why are they here? Why were they fighting Optimus Prime to begin with? Why did he hit him in the head and then he was like, oh, I'll help you out? What in the hell happened?
Well, it's the same thing, whenever a dog's acting up, you pop in the nose and go, no. And it's like, oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
I'm just so frustrated. You guys know I love my dinosaurs. And you guys I love my Transformers. The Dinobots were the only complete collection I had of Transformers. That's all I could get together back in the 80s. So I loved them. I was really looking forward to them. When the first scene shows the dinosaur and, the aliens coming down, bombing the hell out of them, I was like, yeah, Dinobots coming. And to make me wait 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe?
2.5 hours, yeah.
Oh.
Well, I knew going into this that the Dinobots weren't going to be in until the end. I had been warned of that. So I knew that was a thing that was going to happen. To answer,
so that is my top 10.
Thanks, Sam.
That is why I hate this movie. Sean, what did you think?
What did I think? I think it's fairly clear what I think and what all of us think at this point. Yes, this was the first time I'd seen it. Yes, this movie was painful. I think I even tweeted out, I would rather be doing my taxes than watch this movie.
It's so sad because you guys are right there with me with the first Transformers. Man, this is going to be awesome. Live action Transformers. Yeah. And it disappointed. Yeah. Then the second movie, we were like...
I think that's where we might differ. And we'll talk about that maybe later or now. I don't care. That's our top three is we're just going to put these movies in order. I actually think, personally, the first one is the best film. Because...
Yeah, I agree.
The first one is the best because...
You have introduction.
One is the introduction, but they got the feel of the Transformers right. They got the tone of the movie right. These Transformers are awe-inspiring and great and
huge,
massive and scary, and the bad guys are. There was some stupid shtick in the first one too. I mean, Bumblebee is peeing on a guy. Ha ha ha. There's some stuff dumb stuff like that in the movie, but you kind of deal with it or accept it.
It felt like a movie you could take an 8-year-old to.
Yeah, if Transformer was on TBS and Declan was in the room, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
And obviously, if this movie's on TBS, the F-bomb's going to be bleeped out or not even be in there, and that's whatever. But this movie was a little bit more too adult, I thought.
Yeah.
But so I want to give some love to some things of the movie before we spend any more time just ripping it apart. I mentioned earlier, I actually thought Stanley Tucci was actually the best part of the film. 100% the best part of the film. As soon as I saw him on screen and saw that he was going to be this kind of douchebag, CEO, whatever, my brain didn't want to accept that and go, something's going to happen. and then his like when he has his little transformation moment. Transformation. I actually loved his character, and I was all in. He was my favorite part. My second favorite part was that T.J. Miller kid. He was funny. Yeah, he was kind of a douche, and he called in the police to whatever, and he ended up dying for it, which was pretty cold. I didn't care about the stupid boyfriend at all.
Did he even need to be in the movie?
He really didn't. Like,
there's no need for him to be in there. You could have
he
said
drove the car.
Well, you could have said Wahlberg could have been a mechanic and was fixing up cars to race or something like that. You could have combined those two characters into one, be kind of a creepy dad boyfriend. But,
you literally the whole point of that guy was so that you could have
Lucky Charms.
Well, not just the line Lucky Charms, but so you could have, it didn't have to be he didn't have to be Irish. You have to have a boyfriend. Because we've established super early in the movie that Mark Wahlberg is super overprotective parent to really hot teenage girl, and so there's going to be this awkward conflict throughout the entire movie, and it's not until the very end of the movie where both of them continually to ignore Dad and risk their lives, and they just happen to win the day that he accepts Irish McDouchebag.
Yeah.
So
I still don't think he needed to be there.
I don't think he did either. I mean, the only reason why he's in the movie is for stuff like this.
Where's he from?
I told you he's a driver from Texas.
Texas? Where? Dublin, Texas? Shamrock, Texas? Then why does he sound like a leprechaun?
You get your ass kicked in Ireland for saying that.
Oh, we're not in Ireland. Lucky Charms, we're in Texas.
That's right. We're in Texas with my Boston accent.
Yeah.
Don't talk him out there to be
smart.
Wicked smart.
So, but that's why he's in the movie. I mean, and so.
But if you would have kept the brother, you could have still had.
He wasn't a brother.
Dude, he wasn't a brother.
I don't care. He's the brother. I want him to be the uncle and the brother.
He makes reference to the fact that she's a hot teenager. He's not the brother.
That was kooky. That was
no, that's kooky and no, that's not kooky.
That's kooky West Virginia. That's not what we want in Texas.
And 1-star reviews from West Virginia, but they don't have internet, so it's okay.
But like he was a trope in of himself because he's dude living in Texas who's a surfer guy driving a Mini Cooper. Like, what are you doing in
Nobody in
Texas?
this movie belongs in Texas.
Right. Actually, yeah, no one in this movie should have been in Texas, or at least none of the three people that we met were. You know, we got a guy from Ireland. We've got Mark Wahlberg, who's from Boston.
Wicked smart.
Nicola Peltz. I'm not sure where she's from, but it ain't Texas.
I guess California.
She's from New York. Okay, so there you go. And then you got T.J. Miller, who clearly should be living in California, like San Diego or something. I didn't care about Kelsey Grammer. Whatever. I just didn't care. You could have had any other old white guy playing that part of evil military or
contractor
evil,
guy.
Yeah, evil CIA whatever guy. I'm out for the money thing. Just didn't care. There was some things I liked. I actually thought that the car chase scene was pretty good until they went in the building and jumped off that stupid ramp.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then, went down the other ramp, and it was all, giant robots fighting. I'm okay with. That shit ain't real. And then, the whole point of that scene was so we can get the line where she has to, come up from the back seat, and he's like, grab my stick. She's got the best hands in the business.
Yeah.
That was way too dirty.
What are you
way too
doing?
dirty.
It's so weird. Megan Fox had issues with Michael Bay because he's kind of I get you're gonna get these girls to be in your movies because they're hot. I get that, but you don't have to portray them like they're sex objects.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Any women, except for the. He had the angry black lady in the beginning again, didn't he?
Yeah, she was in it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. You babies, or you two need Jesus. But even in Bad Boys 1 and 2, which are Michael Bay films, Téa Leoni and Gabrielle Union are both attractive women, but they're just attractive women. They're not these sex objects. I mean, you get Gabrielle Union in a bathing suit, but which was a great scene because she's in a bathing suit. But like it was just done. It was just a girl in a bathing suit. It wasn't all these shots looking up her ass or down her shirt, or like there was none of that. It was as tasteful as Michael Bay can be.
It should have been though.
But like I kind of felt like maybe for our own benefit, just go ask D Wade. But
it whooped my ass.
Yeah. But like I feel bad for Nicola Peltz because it's like she's kind of a rising star, and I mean,
I'm pretty sure this movie didn't help.
This probably, I mean, well, what's gonna help her is her role on Bates Motel. She's actually really good in that. She was terrible, and I don't blame her for Avatar: The Last Airbender. She was. What's her face?
She was the big furry flying monster.
No, it would have been better. No, she was Katara. Corny's having some issues.
Nasal passage. Removal.
Yeah, he's
all right. Well, and to be fair, I did. As much as I hate Michael Bay.
Okay.
Yeah. As much as I hate Michael Bay, I do enjoy the cinematography of the destruction that he makes.
Oh yeah, I mean
I enjoy the fireworks. I enjoy the blows, the explosions. I hate the way he directs people. I hate the way he directs story. But by God, he makes things blow up nice.
That blew up real good. Woo!
Yep. When those boats start flying around, and it's fun to watch.
You're right. He definitely has an eye for that. I mean, this was one of the most beautifully made pieces of shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's how I would describe it.
I mean, it was a beautiful film. They used a new type of CGI method for the Transformers to give them more of a fluid motion.
Yeah,
I thought the Transformers looked fine. The Dinobots looked really great. Still kind of confused again, Sam, on all the things that you said. Like I understand they were trophies, but were they from Earth or were they from somewhere else? And are they? And like maybe because they're quote unquote wild beasts, that's why he had to quote unquote tame it before it would. You have to tame so
weird.
He pulled a Tom Cruise from what's it called? Not Land Before Time. What's that movie called? Far and Away. Far and Away, where he punches the horse.
Yeah.
I have no wish to fight you. And he punches the horse. I mean, so just. That you're right, Sam. That stuff is beautiful. Like that. The what he does.
It's hard to fault for that. It's you try to think if you could put Michael Bay's eye for action with somebody who can tell a good story.
Yeah, like a Scorsese.
Could he team up with somebody?
Yeah, like a Scorsese or like a Spielberg and go.
Oh my God! Imagine the movie. Yeah. I mean, it'd be amazing.
It would be beautiful, and then actually good.
And Michael Bay goes, "Hey, why don't we do this with our characters? That's cute. Why don't you sit over and mix a blow up?"
Yeah. But I mean, in fairness, you see team director duos are becoming more popular. The brothers that did the Matrix films. You got the brothers that did the Coen brothers. You got the brothers that
Wachowskis.
The Wachowskis. Yeah, they did Matrix. Yep. You got the brothers that did Captain America 2. Who are slated to do Avengers 3.
Oh.
So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like.
You got the Phil Lord and what's his name, Lego Movie.
Oh yeah, exactly. So directing duos is not that uncommon, and truth be told, one of the few movies I worked on with the Western I did, Boom Under the Horse, was a duo director. One of the directors knew how he wanted the actors to work, how they wanted to feel, whatever. And then the other director was the technical guy. He was, let's set the shot up this way, and this is what we want to see, and this is what we want to have. And the other guys would then talk to the actors. So could Michael Bay do that? Probably not. I think his ego wouldn't allow for anyone else to be on his set.
Maybe he blows himself up too much.
Well, I mean, everything that, like, some stuff that I read, I mean, Michael Bay kind of sounds like a douche.
Yeah.
And
he sounds like that guy we all know, not naming a guy we all know, but, we all know that one person who is just the loudest person at the table, takes all the credit, has to one-up everybody else, and is obnoxious.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of would think Michael Bay would be.
Yeah, I don't want to have dinner with him or something because he'd
No.
probably make my chicken explode or something like that.
He'd hit on your wife and
yeah, he probably would, or it'd be weird.
Or blow her up and hit on her.
So one of the other things that I actually did like about this movie, in comparison to the other three, Shia LaBeouf and the other three.
It's not in it.
Well, in fairness, not in fairness. Shia LaBeouf in the other three movies, except for the last 13 seconds of the first movie, is useless.
Yeah.
He's a useless character. He's only matters because his great-great-grandfather found the glasses at the beginning of the movie, right? And then at the very end of the movie, he sticks the cube into Megatron instead of Optimus. That's his contribution, right? Other than being weird and neurotic and having a hot girlfriend, he does nothing in the second movie except believe in the whatever the thing of leadership, whatever that stupid thing's called.
The Matrix of
the Matrix of leadership, whatever. Again, but he ultimately does nothing. He's Harrison Ford in the first Indiana Jones movie. You know what I'm saying?
But that's still a good movie.
It's still a good movie, yeah. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Harrison Ford does nothing to affect the movie. And then the same thing with the third movie. He's like, I'm going to Chicago. But you don't do anything. You still are at the whim of everything. Whereas Marky Mark in this movie finds an alien gun and actually uses it and actually kind of kicks a little butt.
Which, in a lot of movies, I'm not bothered by the guy who doesn't have any experience in that and all of a sudden knows how to be a fighter. This one I had a hell of a huge problem with. Literally, he goes from, how does this thing work, to, oh, I'm going to kill shit. I don't, that bothers me because there's no build up to it. There's no reason for him to be a good marksman. I mean, shooting a gun.
Unless he was a Marine.
Tell me he's a Marine.
Yeah.
Tell me that he quit, he got,
and the
discharged.
dumbest idea ever was to make him, and I'm using air quotes, it's great on podcast, an inventor.
Yeah.
That was stupid. That was really stupid.
You could have made him a mechanic.
You're right.
And the thing, and I'm with you, Corny. Even if you just say the line, Dad, I know that you were in the Marines, and that was a long time ago. You just have her say that line, so that later on when he picks up that alien rifle, you kind of buy the fact that he can actually shoot it and whatever. I mean, because Irish McDouchebag, he picked it up and then dropped it, like probably most of us would, and he accidentally killed one of the robots, right? Yep. And then Marky Mark turns into damn Rambo. But that was a part that I liked because he actually contributes to the movie.
Absolutely.
So that was one of the things. And then the girl and the guy and the tow truck and the thing. And I actually kind of like that part of the end. For all intents and purposes, the last 25 minutes of the movie are actually the best part of the movie, I think. Right? Am I wrong? I
agree.
No, you're right.
It's at least watchable.
So you know what I'm saying? Like if I could have given you the first 2 hours of that movie into an hour and given us the last 30 minutes of action and then another 10 minutes of end exposition and turned it into an hour and 50-minute movie, I think we all would have probably come away better off,
Yep.
Maybe we wouldn't hate this movie so much.
They wasted so much of our time in that middle.
It was too long.
I wrote a letter yesterday to Michael Bay to give him my life back.
Yeah, I mean,
he gonna give it to.
2 hours and 45 minutes. It's just painful.
See, we did this for you folks. We did this to save you from watching this movie ever again.
This is the funny thing. Is like, so someone says to me, I said, oh yeah, we're doing Transformers, the Age of Extinction for the podcast. And they go, why? And I said, well, truth be told, a lot of our we get a lot of good downloads on newer movies. And so I like to sprinkle in new movies with old movies. And they're like, yeah, but it's a dumb film. And I said, well, yeah, but we won't know that until we watch it. Well, shit, We watched it and it was terrible, but we do it for you, the listener. And
everything I do,
we do for you.
For you.
And there, literally, we could sit here all night and nitpick this thing to death because there are so many bad parts to this movie that we really could go scene by scene and explain why everything is so bad.
Well, the thing is, Sam, yes. But the other thing I was going to say is I don't think we're being nitpicky here. I think we're actually using broad strokes here, and we're still ripping this thing apart because it's the wrong tone. It's the wrong idea. Optimus Prime. I literally looked at my wife. She watched this with me, and we kind of Mystery Science Theater 3000 this thing a little bit, and we're kind of ripping it apart. I looked at her at one point, and I said, "Did Mark Wahlberg just give Optimus Prime a pep talk?" Like, no.
Oh, God, that did happen.
That
happened. Oh,
yeah.
man.
He was like, Optimus Prime, people are flawed and we make mistakes, but that's what makes us human. It was a mistake that I fixed you, but now here you are. Just do it for the Gipper. Like, Optimus Prime is the guy that gives the pep talks. He's the savior of the universe. He's a Prime. He's a knight. Like, he doesn't get bummed out. I don't get it. And the other thing that really made me mad, and Sarah too, my wife, Bumblebee was freaking useless in this movie until the very last scene. And again, it made me mad. Because, like, in the first movie, we established very early on, in the first movie, in the canon, that Bumblebee is not only, he's a little immature because he pees on the guy, you know, but he's like he's a soldier, and he's actually really, really good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep. There's a reason why him and Optimus are so close.
Right. And he kicks ass. And in this movie, he's a punchline. I got a 17-year-old daughter, and I can't believe this. Yeah, I had to go through that too with Bumblebee. What? Did you just call Bumblebee a child? No. It made me so mad. It made me so mad.
And then almost blowing their cover, getting mad at the fake robot, and it's just
yeah, like I made me mad too. Like,
the real Bumblebee would not be doing that.
No, he wouldn't have.
Well, the real Bumblebee would be dead by now because he got eaten by a planet.
Well, what?
First Transformers movie, watch it.
Okay, well, I do actually kind of want to see it. But like, even in the second movie, which is terrible, Bumblebee is portrayed as a badass. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, like that big dog thing with the gun on his back. Bumblebee literally just comes in and rips it in half, and then just like starts tearing through more. That made me mad that they turned Bumblebee into a punchline.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I love Bumblebee
tuna. Yeah. Wow. I haven't thought about that song in years.
You're welcome.
I'm going to play some clips now because we should all share in the bad that was this movie. I numbered these clips. I forgot to write what they were. So, mystery clip time. So, here's clip number 1.
Sweetheart, your shorts are shrinking by the second, okay? Cold water air dry, please.
I think she looks hot.
What did you say?
Like a hot teenager.
Oh, it's the teenager thing that makes it better. Thank you.
It didn't sound like what it meant.
See, I love the brother. He's awesome.
Damn it, Sam.
Whatever. That guy, TJ. I wrote it in trivia later, but TJ had such a hard time with Michael Bay that Michael Bay, TJ did an interview where he basically said that Michael Bay yelled at him on set one day saying, "You are only here to make people laugh. I got 300 people here and no one has laughed. You need to do your job."
Whoa.
Yeah. Good Michael Bay.
That's actually okay.
It's kind of messed up. All right, here we go.
25
sounds
grand
like a
a piece
pep
for my
talk,
college,
dude.
piece for the house.
Besides, use my...
All right, hold on. Let's just go back. First of all, how much is your house? Did you hear the line? Let's play the line real quick.
25 grand a piece for my college, piece for the house.
It pays for
Maybe
my
the
college.
house is almost paid for.
Okay, maybe he only owes a few grand on the house. Pays for my college? Where is she going?
A really awesome community college.
Like 25 grand.
That's 2 years at App now?
25 grand in 2014 when this was made does not get you 4 years at Appalachian State, let alone whatever the hell's in Texas. I mean, Texas got a bunch of like smaller. Obviously, it's not like you're not getting in a Baylor or Texas for that, but like What? Okay, whatever.
Besides, you used my money to buy the truck, right? So technically, that's my truck. Don't you think?
You also signed a contract regarding all research lab IP.
Research lab? It's a barn, dude.
You signed it, and now you're competing. Any idea of yours is mine. Any thought you have, I own it. So basically, I own you.
I don't think you can own someone. That was like a while ago, even in Texas.
I
Yay,
did chuckle.
slavery jokes. Yeah.
I chuckled.
I laughed.
Right up Michael Bay's.
Yeah, because I actually think Michael Bay has. I think he's. I mean, I know he did Bad Boys 1 and 2, and he obviously worked with African Americans, but I think he just doesn't know how to do that. Like
you can make a joke like that and it's okay, but this is I'm being funny with overly pert races.
Right. It's like, I don't know.
Come on, man, stop.
I mean, and later on, I didn't capture this part, but later on, they basically make a statutory rape joke. Right? She's a 17-year-old girl and you're 20. You want to go to jail? Actually, there's this new rule called the Romeo and Juliet law, which I kind of want to see if that's real. That seems super sketchy.
Looking it up.
Yeah, Corny's on
Actually,
it too.
nope, I'm not gonna do it on my phone.
Yeah. I just thought it was weird, but whatever.
Maybe you know what? Okay, so we've already established that Michael Bay does some really hinky stuff when it comes to younger women. I'm wondering if he's like, it's not weird, guys. See, because of this.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. This is only 2 seconds long. I don't remember what it is, but here it is.
The scary cars are back.
Oh, right. Yeah. Did you hear what he said?
The scary cars are back.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Again,
those things are actually pretty badass. I want one of those.
Those Porsches were cool looking, weren't they?
SUV Porsches.
Yeah,
Porsches.
I like those things.
Porsche UVs.
About a month ago, middle of the night, I thought I heard noises in my house. Is that you?
What? Come on, no way.
Don't lie to me, kid. You see that guy with the gun out there?
There's so many guys with guns.
Let's get out of the car and tell him we're about to break in and that's your idea, because I don't care. I'm old. I've already lived long enough.
You have a really bad habit of having these conversations at the wrong time, man.
You want to come clean or you want me to make a mess? Sir, can I talk to you for a second, please?
It was me. I'm sorry.
Okay. I like Mark Wahlberg's delivery in this whole thing because it's just so deadpan, and that's just the way he talks. The kid is a terrible actor, by the way. That whole thing.
Yeah, like the overlook of apprehension was just ridiculous.
Yeah, and why do you have to, maybe because I've never been in a scenario where large men with automatic rifles were standing in front of me, and I was trying to fool them. But I don't get why the heavy breathing. You're sitting in a car. You know, it's like,
he was nervous, man. He was about to go through security, and this crazy father is about to fatherize him or something.
So that was that's another Michael Bay trope, right? Like fathers.
Yeah,
and
just
daughters.
like the date. Walking up in
who
Bad
are you,
Boys.
Reggie? Like
how old you is?
Yeah, 13.
Reggie?
Man,
Shoot,
you
what kind of
at
name is
30.
Reggie?
Yeah. So I think it's a dumb trope, but I laughed. Mainly at, I'm old. I've lived long enough. I actually laughed at that part, which wasn't very many times in this movie. If this is the part that I think it is, I actually I laughed out loud at this one.
Like a tactical nuke. LOL. I'm sure this is really happening. A man, me, who's worth over $20 billion, is now being chased by CIA assassins. That's the truth. And in the middle of a robot uprising. And I'm carrying what is, in essence, a tactical nuke. The great thing is, the great thing is that I'm barely feeling any jet lag.
No, stop it.
What?
I think he was the best part of the movie, and this is the best line in the whole movie.
Alien bomb! Alien bomb coming through! Clear the way! Clear the way! Hi, kids. Coming through, ladies! Excuse me! Excuse me, ladies! Excuse me! Oh, my God! How do you say get the out of the way in Chinese?
The best line. Now, it was super inappropriate for the movie,
Yes.
Shouldn't have been
and
there.
the tone this movie should have been having.
But I lost it because I looked at Sarah and said, he just dropped the F-bomb? And she said, oh, yeah. And I said, oh, I'm capturing that. And she said, well, just don't forget to rooster tail it. Oh, my gosh. That just cracked me up. And I like
Again, the two characters we all like, Stanley Tucci and the brother.
Yeah.
It's basically all the
people
clips
believe
you've
in it.
grabbed.
Yeah, well, it's also because they were the comic relief of a uber kind of serious movie. And the last clip, I had to get something of Optimus Prime, and for the most part of the movie, he's being kind of a wuss and
jerk.
Yeah.
He's got sand in his gears apparently.
Yeah, so this was like one of the only moments where he wasn't that.
Honor to the end.
That's after, of course, you killed Kelsey Grammer. So,
like, just point blank shot.
I mean, just shot him in the face.
Shot the hell out of him. Like, not even.
Well, then he had that super cheesy line. If you ever want to think of me, look to the stars.
Yes. Okay.
That's my soul.
I groaned. I groaned audibly. And
Yes.
Pate was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, this movie hurts."
No, it's bad. And when did he learn how to fly?
Okay.
Yeah, when did he get rocket boots?
Like, why didn't he use that earlier? Like, that would have been a great tactical advantage over a guy who can't fly.
Well, here's the thing. Autobots, as you know, are land vehicles in Decepticons.
Except for that one helicopter guy.
Which shouldn't even be in a freaking Autobot. And then the Decepticons are usually flying things. What bothers me, that if you're going to... I don't know. This is one of those times where I'm like, I know I'm being overly comic booky and story, but just... leave my damn Autobots alone. Make them drive.
Well, I just...
Put Optimus in a damn ship. He's stolen 2 of them already.
Yeah, I just didn't... Yeah, it came out of nowhere. He just like...
That's weird.
Oh, I put down a grenade. Let's go. Wait. Wait. He can fly now.
He can talk.
He can talk, yeah.
That's right. I'm a flying talking truck.
That's right. That's pretty much all my notes. The only other thing, the only note is that I wrote was Megatron equals Galvatron. Got it. And surprise, creation turns on creators.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah, hero has issues. Michael Bay trope kid is more responsible than the father trope. He did it in Armageddon. He did it in this movie. He's probably done other ones. I don't know. There you go. That's it. Audible.com sponsored this fine podcast about a terrible film. You may go to audibletrial.com/cheapseatreviews and get something way better than this movie. That's audibletrial.com/cheapseatreviews, and you get a 30-day free trial and a free audiobook. Here's some trivia that I wrote down, or by wrote I mean copied and pasted. According to the filmmakers, 90% of Mark Wahlberg's stunts in the film are done by him. Probably not the falling down the building part, but okay, good job, Mark Wahlberg. During filming in Hong Kong, there were hundreds of onlookers watching from nearby buildings and parking garages. After filming a huge explosive scene, which was all of them, Michael Bay used his megaphone to address the people watching on top of the building across the way. You think you're going to wait up there and be in my movie? You're going to get digitally erased. Again, why you got to be a douche?
Basically, he turned to his camera guy and the locator guy and says, back into your buildings in Chinese.
Damn it, Sam.
And I knew he was going to do it. I just didn't know when. Apparently, F-bombs in movies just bring it out of Sam automatically. It's like a magnet.
Yeah, it's like a magnet. What does a magnet do?
It picks up F-bombs.
Yeah, okay, thanks. This film was part...
I'm going to have to ask my manager.
Yeah, this film was part of a deal that Michael Bay agreed with Paramount in exchange for financing Pain and Gain.
Wow.
Which was a terrible movie also.
I kind of like that one.
I already mentioned the other one. Michael Bay's department heads have a combined total experience of 850 years in the film industry. That's actually kind of cool, but you're still making bad movies. So, the only other piece of trivia I didn't write down but I remembered was about the Dinobots. Saying you asked about the Dinobots. The only reason why they're even in the movie is because Paramount and Hasbro put a lot of pressure on Bay to put them in there because basically they wanted to sell toys. And Bay didn't want them in the movie at all and wanted the next movie to be entirely Dinobots. Like, nothing but Optimus Prime riding around on Dinobots fighting the creators or whatever. So...
Oh, get a good old dose of Grimlock.
Yeah, that was that was his plan, but Hasbro and Paramount said, you got to put them in now. So we maybe this was the tease that they're going to show up later on, but he let them loose onto Earth, which seems like a really bad idea. But
didn't work for Jurassic World. Didn't work for this.
Yeah. Well. Soundtrack grade. I gave this a TMB for typical Michael Bay. It was just da da dum da da dum da da dum da da dum.
Driving. Oh, and I really noticed this time the low camera angles.
Oh, yeah.
And I mentioned that I think a small person was carrying the camera the entire film for this thing.
Yeah.
For a little person.
Did you guys ever see the movie UHF, the Weird Al movie?
Oh, it's been forever, but
he has a camera operator who's a
little person,
whatever the word is. But that's what makes the joke funny, because Fran Drescher is the on-air talent, and she always has to look down at the guy. Anyway, Weird Al. What did we learn? I didn't learn anything from this movie.
I learned that.
Actually, you know what I learned? I learned that if you put Transformers in a terrible movie, people will run to see it, because this movie made $250 million.
Yep.
Now it's still Chad?
I actually learned that if you get on into an alien ship that's infested with giant alien robots, you will be able to find a human-sized gun.
Oh yeah,
that's what I learned.
I thought it was strange because at first I was like, they look like daggers, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? Stab a robot with that? And it just happened to be a gun. Whatever. Top 3. This week we decided to do. I toyed with the idea of putting the movies in what we feel like is the order. I'm actually curious. Let's just blast through that real quick. Chad.
I only saw the first one and this one.
Oh, so 1 and then 4?
1 and then 4.
Corny?
I'm going to go actually 1, 2, 3.
4? This is the 4th one.
I thought you were ranking our top 3 or rank all 4 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
For me to get progressively worse as they go along.
Okay. Sam?
I'll probably do 1, 3, 2, 4.
I would do 1, 3, 4, 2. I hated 2 more than this one.
Really?
The testicles joke was bad. The John Turturro, whatever his name is, he pulls off the tearaway pants and his underwear says Sector 7. Like, that stuff I hated. I hated that stuff. So anyway, whatever. But we decided to do top 3 movie robots. Our favorite movie robots. These are robots, not cyborgs. So no Terminator, no Data. These are just plain movie robots. So, Chad.
I'm going to have to go with Johnny Five from Short Circuits.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go with R2-D2.
Okay.
From the Star Wars. And last but not least, I couldn't really come up with a third one.
I was about to say, how are you putting anybody above R2-D2?
I really can't.
Hold on, Chad.
Oh, there goes Chad.
How funny is that? We're doing the Transformers movie, talking about robots, and Chad himself turns into one.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So strange.
And
okay.
So you got you got 2. Okay.
I got 2. Maybe I'll come up with a third one in a minute.
All right. Well, in fairness, I had a hard time with a third one too because corny.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Iron Giant.
Yeah, he made my honorable mention. Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a
almost
third
made
one.
my number 3.
How do I forget the
Not Iron Giant. I do have a third one.
I am Groot. Oh,
Wally.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, everyone's got better ones than me.
Suck it.
I know, right? Oh, I just found my number 3. Okay, go ahead. It's corny.
Right.
So,
my number 2 is going to be from iRobot. I forget the robot's name.
Sonny.
Sonny, yes.
Voiced by Alan Tudyk.
Wouldn't he be humanoid?
No, he's a robot.
He's
just
a robot.
A straight up robot. He talks like a human, but he's a robot.
Hence the movie iRobot. And then my third one, which personally has to be the best robot of all time, Steven Seagal. And I will not back down from that answer.
Not a robot. Stop it.
You ever seen him act?
Cool.
That's sort of fair.
Yeah.
Chad?
I'll allow it.
No,
Damn,
you
you're
won't.
damn right you
Stop
will.
it. Come on.
By the way, Chad has allowed like 3 things lately. You guys are slipping.
What?
This must be a different time.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Sam.
No.
Pretty much Chad stole my thunder. I've got Johnny 5 at number 3, Wally at number 2, and R2-D2 at number 1.
Okay. Well, I've been scrolling through like different lists and stuff because for all the reasons that Sam just said that we're kind of running into the same ones. So mine was also my original list was HAL 2000.
Okay.
And then Johnny 5 and then R2-D2. Yeah, at least he's an actual robot, Corny.
Again,
but then I'm gonna boot HAL 2000 because he's a homicidal robot and switch him out with L from Star Crash.
Oh, yeah.
Can't keep a good robot down.
And I'm gonna switch out. Good, Sam. I'm gonna switch out Johnny 5. Though I love the first movie, the second movie's terrible. I love the first movie, and I'm gonna put a oh shoot. I can't believe my brain just failed me.
Joe Pesci.
Damn it. HAL 2000. Oh, Bender. From Futurama. I had to get back to homicidal robot. So Bender from Futurama. There you go. I don't know. No Angry Scotsman. Email. We have an email.
Yay!
Yep. It's always a great day when Jen emails us in. Jen writes, "Hey guys. Great lists. I've finally been able to catch up and heard all of your top 10 lists. While some were close to mine, you guys were missing a few girly films that I seem to like. It was a fun experiment regardless of how wrong you all were."
Zing!
Yeah, I was taking a look around Netflix and saw a few movies that I think you would all like, or at least find ways to have interesting conversations. Here's a few recommendations. Monsters by Edward. Indie-style monster movie, pretty fun. Okay. War Games. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I like that movie.
Yeah, get you 80 kids all riled up. Okay. Maverick, one of my personal favorites. I think Maverick is actually on the list.
Is it?
It's not, but it's going to be because as soon as it popped, I saw it.
We haven't done a Western yet, have we?
I don't know.
If we're doing this, we should also do Wild Wild West because that.
No. No. I want some good movies a few weeks.
Yeah. I can't. That movie is just punishment. I mean.
Yes, it is. I love it.
No more Mr. Knife Guy. Come on. Okay. Sorry. And Witness. How about another hunky Ford movie? And of course, I have to offer my recommendation for all the ladies that listen. Yeah, for all the lady. Yeah. You.
Yes. The lady.
Well, Megan listens too, right, Chad? Your wife listens, so that's 2.
Hello, Megan. Yes,
we're plural. Lady. We're in the plural character.
You'll be a lovely lady.
Shakespeare in Love, award-winning, and Corny can make fun of Paltrow's eyebrows.
Yes, he ain't got no eyebrows, but that's okay. We'll watch that. That's okay.
Show me some love, boys. Let's watch some movies. I'm okay with most of that. All right. And then this is where she also gives each one of us a little critique, as she always does. Chad. Cheer up and wake up. Your quips still make the podcast.
Yay.
Make this podcast. Corny, your stories go nowhere and are hilarious.
Yeah, that's okay. I like that too.
So knows you. I don't know why you're still talking like Leon Phelps, but okay.
Why not? That's
Sam,
appropriate.
Never ever do impressions again.
What?
Yeah, you're Ben Affleck. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's all for you.
Oh.
No. Not never ever. Never ever ever.
Never, ever, ever do impressions again.
Oh, man.
Sean, good luck keeping this crew in line. You've got your work cut out for you. Until next time, have fun, guys. Jen. Thank you, Jen, for being our single listener, or single female listener.
With the lady.
We
She
really
was lovely.
appreciate it. So I'm definitely putting Maverick on the list.
Yes.
It's on the list. There were some others that she said, and I will go back and comb through email, and we'll add some stuff in there.
Well, that Maverick definitely needs to go on there.
Yeah, Maverick. I thought I'd already put Tripto. I thought I'd already put it on there. I'm surprised that I hadn't, because I actually, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I think it's worth the watch.
Yeah, is it as good as what you remember?
I don't know. Yeah, that's
because I'm the same way. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've one of the I remember a few parts, but one of my favorite parts is when he and Danny Glover make eye contact, and then they kind of shake no, and then they look back at each other, and no. So anyway, you ready over there? Oh,
what's wrong?
Do you mean to pause the show?
Yeah, we can do that for a second.
Okay. Well, let's just pretend I'm paused the show. I'm not going to hit stop, but.
What's wrong?
Corny's setting up his out of 10, and he wants to use his Optimus Prime voice thingy.
There was also something else that popped up on Netflix. I'm going there trying to remember what it was.
Autobots, roll out a 0.
Really, a 0? Okay.
Wow.
All right, well, then I'll give you that. I don't remember what we were saying, but you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, we'll try to get some of those movies in there. Sam, you said you're looking for something on Netflix that you saw that you wanted to do?
Enemy of the Gates. You guys keep talking about it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it just popped literally this week.
That is a great movie.
Yeah, we're definitely.
I'd like to see that because that's on
I
my.
might actually move that one up ahead of some other movies,
Okay.
just because I don't want it to go away. Because I actually really like that movie a lot, so I'm gonna move some stuff around here. But
Okay. But I just wanted, that was on there. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, no, I definitely want. You've not seen it?
No.
Yeah,
you're in love.
I think you actually will really, especially after this film. But I think we'll move that up, and we can talk. Well, we'll talk after the show.
Okay.
Are we ready for our out of 10?
Sure.
All right, Chad, you're out of 10. How many? I'm not gonna whatever. Just how many whatevers would you give this movie?
I'm gonna give this. Three pieces of.
Watch it.
Pieces of floating metal because of the magnet.
I was gonna say transformium. 3 pieces of transformium.
All right. Corny.
Autobots, roll out a 0.
0 out of 10. Wow. So right there with Rubber, huh? Actually, you probably gave Rubber more.
I gave
didn't
Rubber
you?
a 1, I think.
Yeah, the only other movie that Corny's given a 0 to was
Children of the Corn.
Children of the Corn. Yeah.
Wow.
I again cannot express how much I hate this movie. I would actually, in fact, rather watch Rubber again than watch this movie.
No,
I can't go there with you, pal.
I've seriously every movie we've ever watched, I've stomached through. I've found something that I could at least, except for Children of the Corn. I hate that movie. There was no way it's going to get anything above 0. But even with Rubber, I was so curious to see how this thing ended. It at least got my attention, at least for that reason. This one, I had to be forced to continue to watch it. I honestly considered not watching the end of it to just to not do it. Just to make it up and go on. I hated this movie that much.
Wow.
All right, Sam.
Wow. I've got to follow that.
Right.
I'm gonna give it. I'll say a 3.5 cut pieces of jean shorts out of 10.
Right.
To maybe sew those back on, for poor Marky Mark there. The story-wise, this gets a 0. Writing-wise, this gets a 0. But
I did enjoy the explosions. The old 16-year-old Sam in me was like, wow, that looked cool. So I've got to give it some where, some of the action scenes were pretty kind of cool.
All right.
So 3.5.
I'm kind of with you there, Sam. I'm going to give it. I kind of want to give it like a 4, but
it's getting close to rewatchable territory. I will tell you that much.
Parts maybe. I might just go back and watch like the last fight scene in China again. I don't know. I'm gonna take
stupid effing book.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2.25, 3.25.
3.25.
3.25.
Okay.
I'm trying to do quick math there. So that should put it somewhere around right underneath Star Crash, somewhere around Super Mario Brothers and the Clone Wars. It'll be right above Children of the Corn, Poultrygeist, and Rubber. I still love how Rubber is the lowest movie we've done. That is.
Is it still sitting around 0 point something? Is that?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Sam also hasn't updated the website in a couple of days. So
yeah.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Well, he's moving and things. I understand. Yeah. It's fine.
We're a little busy over here.
Yeah, I understand. You're just a few minutes. So
I'm sitting surrounded. I'm literally surrounded by boxes.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. I'm not. Whatever. I'm just saying. And I don't think that the bottom few are going to change anyway, because
it's going to be a while, I think, before we break that bottom.
Yeah, break the bottom. Yeah, Sharknado, Payback, Paycheck, and Patriot Games. None of them are they're sniffing the bottom 3.
No.
Even Sharknado isn't.
And we enjoyed Sharknado.
I'd rather watch Sharknado again, regardless if I was with you guys or not, than this movie. That's it, right? So next week, right? That's it. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yep.
Next week we're doing Noah, the movie based on the Bible that's got that's got Emma Watson and
Harry Potter.
Yeah, what's her face? Russell
Crowe.
Jennifer Connelly.
The Rock.
And the Rock people.
Joe Pesci. Yeah.
Joe Pesci.
So, Joe Pesci as the donkey.
As the donkey. There's just one.
Oh, you think you're a better donkey than me, huh? Are you here to make hee-haw noises?
Right. That was close. Better than Sam. Let's just say that. All right, so yeah, we're doing Noah next week, and we've got a bunch of cool movies coming up.
So I'm gonna feel really bad if I say any swear words in this movie.
Right.
You'd be surprised. I've seen this one.
Oh, good. If you October is fastly isn't that a word? Rapidly approaching. Rapidly? So I think we already kind of know that we're gonna do. There was one that we were gonna do. Fantastic Fear of Everything. AOL Jeff requested for us. So if there
that Monsters movie, is that a horror movie?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yeah. So yeah,
that might be a good one.
Yeah. So
Monsters by Edward.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that.
I'll hop right on that.
So if there's any other kind of horror movies that you
I hope we're able to find another. Oh my gosh, what did we watch? The Ted and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah, I'd love to see if Shaun of the Dead was streaming. That'd be a good one to do too.
Yeah.
So that's in October, so we've got some time. But if you have any requests for October, some good horror flicks you'd like for us to watch, just shoot us an email, cheapseatreviews@gmail.com, and we would be glad to do it. Heck, if we get enough good ones, we might let it spill into October or September, and do a few in September. I'm okay with that. I can go for 4 or 5 weeks of horror movies, as long as it's not like Children of the Corn 4 or whatever.
I was looking forward to that one.
I'm sure you are. You know who else was looking forward to that?
The Devil.
That's who. So
it's true. True story.
That is a true story. Corny, you said it enough times tonight, so just for you.
Stupid book.
There you go.
I actually appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Hey, you do know there was a couple of things in this movie. Actually, I was really concerned. The bad robots in the sky had these guard dogs, and Marky Mark got his gun and started aiming it at these guard dogs. And the bad robots seem
we're talking about here.
Yeah.
awfully concerned about those dogs being shot by Mark Wahlberg.
Well, in fairness, he did shoot them and killed one by dropping it off the thing.
Absolutely. Did you capture that clip?
Nope.
Oh.
No, we all know what clip that Sam was baiting.
What clip?
To play.
What clip is that?
That one.
Oh, fail.
What was that, Sam? Oh, okay.
Thank you for keeping us abreast of the situation.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. All right. That's gonna do it for us.
You understand? They killed my dog.
Oh yeah, I already have another Mark Wahlberg in here, don't I? Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about that. And they did kill his dog. They killed that robot dog when they blew up his house.
The wicked smart.
It was wicked smart. That's gonna do it for us.
Alert. Alert.
This,
I'm dialing 911.
Do it.
Go ahead. Thank you, Chad. That was great.
Turn to it.
Went away. Like us on Facebook.
Chad just turned into a radio.
Yeah. You mean a Beats? You mean a Beats pill?
Yeah, he turned into a Beats pill.
Good gosh. There's your other.
Hey, there we
product.
go. That was another ad.
Facebook.com/CheapSeat Reviews. Visit our website, CheapSeatReviews.com. Follow us on Twitter @CheapSeatCast. Follow me @Sean J. Allred. Sam is @Sneegy16. Corny is @JohnnyDarko16. And Chad is @Maestro_Evans.
I don't tweet. It's okay. You can follow me, but I'm not going anywhere.
Please send us your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com. And that's going to do it for us. This was fun, guys. It was a terrible movie, but I had a good time. So
did the devil.
So did the devil, yeah. Yeah. Did he ever say that in this movie?
No, he never did.
Oh, that's a shame. He should have. And I didn't know if I was supposed to be offended by Japanese samurai.
We didn't even get into that.
Incredibly.
But in the actor, the voice actor is a Japanese American. Whatever. Anyway, on behalf of Corny, Sean, or Corny, Chad, Sam, this is Sean saying good night, and Autobots roll out.